And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best.
The attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just going there, you use all of that again.
The 4 years layoff from boxing, like, it's good for my body because I've been in boxing since I was 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, then continuous, non-stop. So good for me, for my body to.
Oscar de la Hoya recently visited Manny Pacquiao's training camp ahead of his bout with Mario Barrios. Impressed by Pacquiao's form, de la Hoya praised him as a hell of a fighter, highlighting that Pacquiao's return at this stage in life stems from an enduring heart, skill, and passion for the sport.
I wish him all the best. Quadra, I love him. Can he do it? Quadra?
Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's
Oscar needs.
he's a legend.
So nice one thinking.
He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it.
De la Hoya noted that Pacquiao is coming into camp heavy with strength and focus, showing unwavering determination despite his age. He believes this comeback won't be a ceremonial return, but rather a powerful and competitive resurgence reflective of Pacquiao's legendary hunger and spirit.
Here's what Oscar de la Hoya would ask Manny Pacquiao if he got the chance to interview him.
I would ask a simple question. And please, Manny, tell me the truth. That's it. That's it. Why? Why are you coming back? And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best. And I've been watching boring fights, and I want to come back and give a show against Barrios, who's a world champion. That's a true legendary.
For fighters of Manny Pacquiao's caliber, the fire never truly fades. Even after stepping out of the spotlight, his love for boxing has only intensified. Feeling he still has the speed, strength, and sharpness to compete at an elite level, Pacquiao's age has not diminished his core attributes, it has only deepened his connection to the sport.
Coming from the sort of, let's say, boxing my passion, and I mean boxing for many years, for years of boxing, all in boxing, then in my house I have about ring, and I always work out with the play basketball, playing badminton, so I'm seeing long exercise and boxing.
This comeback isn't just about one fight. While Mario Barrios is the current focus, Pacquiao has expressed openness to further challenges. His approach is measured one fight at a time with a strategic mindset that reflects his maturity, respect for boxing, and serious intent.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys.
We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this I'm going to fight like that, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk like.
Reflecting on their own bout, Oscar de la Hoya offered honest praise for Pacquiao's performance. He recalled being overwhelmed by Manny's relentless pressure and precision, a display of dominance that left a lasting impact. It's a powerful reminder of the force Pacquiao was and still can be.
It actually took a very tough beating to get me out of the sport. Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he beat the hell out of me. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't pull the trigger.
I wouldn't have loved to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
So you had enough of Pacquiao's.
Oh, trust me. Right when I walked into the ring, I had enough of Pacquiao.
You thought that when you got in the ring?
Well, Rich, this documentary, my gosh, it's sad too at the end because it shows the whole Pacquiao situation. I was getting beat up in training camp when preparing for Pacquiao. So I knew that was the end already for me because Pacquiao was just coming up.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was like the star in the making. But what really screwed up my whole training for that fight was I started drinking heavy during training camp, and nobody knew. Oh yeah. I mean, so I was literally a dead man walking into the ring.
When De La Hoya and Pacquiao clashed, the size dynamics were stark. Oscar had to shed significant weight to make the fight, which revealed just how much Pacquiao relied on speed, skill, and power to level the playing field. Despite the physical disadvantages, Manny's smaller frame never stood in his way.
It's like, why are you gonna fight Pacquiao? First of all, he's younger than you, he's faster, he's strong. I had to lose, instead of gain weight, I had to lose like 10 pounds to fight in his weight class, and that drained my body at my age. So I literally was like a walking zombie when I walked into the ring. I was out of it. I lost so much weight. I lost a lot of muscle, and it was one of those moments where my pride got the best of me, you know? In the first round, after I sat down in the corner, I was like, oh my gosh. Here we go. I'm like, I have to take like 12 rounds of this, you know, until like the 9th round, my corner called it. He said, that's it. He's punishing you too much. Like, I never received that much punishment in my life, and they were like, I think my brother or somebody just said, you know what, that's it. So.
Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's longtime trainer, initially hesitated to greenlight the fight with De La Hoya, concerned the size difference might be too much. But Pacquiao's dominant performance changed that narrative, proving Roach's doubts unfounded and further showcasing Manny's ability to overcome expectations.
His country did try to stop that fight from happening.
Why?
Because the weight difference.
Oh, they were concerned his safety.
Yeah, but the reason that fight happened is because when I was training Oscar, there's a 106-pounder who was training at the same gym as us, Calderon. Calderon gives him a beating. Oscar, I said, what's wrong? And he says, well, you know, he's small, he's a southpaw, and he's really quick, Freddie. So then Bob Arum had just called me up and asked me if we wanted to fight Oscar and Pacquiao, and I said, no, he's too big, and I hung the phone up. And about 2 in the morning, I'm thinking about a fight in the sparring with the little guy who's a southpaw and really fast, like Manny Pacquiao. And I said, 2 o'clock in the morning, I picked the phone up and I called Bob Arum. I said, Bob, make that fight happen. He says, you sure? I says, 100%, yeah.
Just based off that sparring session?
Yeah.
Mario Barrios, representing the sport's next generation, enters the ring with confidence. He believes his youth gives him advantages in stamina and speed tools he hopes will be decisive against the veteran Pacquiao. His ambition mirrors the age-old dynamic between rising contenders and battle-tested legends.
Oh, you're 30, he's 46, hasn't fought in 4 years. Like, in your mind, how do you see the fight going? How are you going to beat Manny, or what do you see yourself doing to him?
Yeah, I just had to use, all of that, like the, as busy as I've been in my career, the attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just going there, use all of that again, and just make sure, I still walk out holding that title.
Pacquiao's training camp is built on precision and discipline. Each session is meticulously planned, blending technical drills, strength building, and endurance work. This focused regimen reflects a deep commitment to return not just as a name, but as a true competitor.
Now going with the experience of being inspired with Manny Pacquiao, what was the biggest lesson that you learned?
Taught me like what a world-class training camp looks like. I had to be at Manny's house at 5:30 a.m. He'll go run at 6 a.m. Then we'll be in the gym at 12 p.m. and he'll go to church in the evening. Like even that, I'm like, oh, like he adds church to his training camp. That's insane. I would have never thought, I got to like work with my idol. Imagine like whoever you look up to right now, like the person you look up to the most in this world, like then you end up working for 3 straight years. I remember like having practice with him over 10. Right there, that's crazy. Like it was still crossing my head, like I'm saying.
Sean Porter, a respected voice in boxing, has shared rare details about sparring with Pacquiao. According to Porter, the intensity in Manny's camp is so high that cameras are banned. The footage Porter holds reveals a fighter still training with ferocity and intent, earning him continued respect among his peers.
You don't hold your phone up in sparring. You don't bring a camera in to sparring. Guess what? We got footage of me and Manny sparring. We got footage of me and Manny Pacquiao sparring. Leak it. But it was understood. My dad said, I want me and my son to have this. And he and Freddie made an understanding. You can hold it, but I don't want anybody to ever see this, Ken. Nobody has ever seen a sparring session between me and Manny Pacquiao. Code ethics. Hate that they broke that code. Everybody in sport and boxing know the code. Tighten up.
Manny Pacquiao,
saw some footage or some images online where you were sparring him, and I've got to be honest, you gave him a very clean dig. And not many people can actually say they've landed good clean punches on Manny Pacquiao. He's a super fighter, very, very quick. What was it like to share the ring, even though it was only sparring, sharing the ring with Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, it was a blessing. Like, Manny Pacquiao himself is a legend. You know what I mean? Manny's a legend in boxing. And to be honest, I don't think I was, well, I know, I wasn't shell-shocked the first time we sparred. It was like I had something to prove.
Despite global fame and decades of dominance, Pacquiao remains grounded. He often reflects on his humble beginnings when even his name was difficult for announcers to pronounce and expresses constant gratitude to fans. His humility has been a constant, even as his legacy grew.
I'm excited because I remember when my first fight here in America is in MGM against Ledwaba. That's June 23, 2001.
They couldn't pronounce your name, and now everybody knows your name. How does that feel? You've been holding 4 decades in boxing with everybody knowing your name. How does it feel to know that?
I'm happy. I'm thankful to the fans. Also to God. Without God, I am nothing.
Amen.
I cannot accomplish all these things in life without the guidance and strength of God. All glory, my God.
Mike Tyson has joined the chorus of praise, describing Manny as sensational. Tyson admires Pacquiao's unrelenting warrior spirit, highlighting the qualities that make him revered by even the sport's greatest legends: heart, intensity, and respect for the fight.
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational as that fight. Sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than the Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looks more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
I said no.
What? I ain't hear you, Mike. What you got?
You don't know much about boxing.
You're a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fights now that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rio.
In other words,
Recent training footage of Pacquiao has taken fans by surprise. Defying expectations for an athlete his age, Manny's footwork, speed, and pad work mirror that of a fighter in his prime. His conditioning and sharpness suggest this isn't a symbolic return but a real threat to any opponent.
Friends looking for a hug over here. Friends looking for a hug. He looks familiar. Never too early for you. Stop organizing. Keep me up. This is how it's written. There's Raising Cane's commercial boy. Keep me on social media.
Pacquiao speaks of past defeats with grace, focusing on the lessons they brought rather than the losses themselves. His maturity and calm perspective reflect a man driven not by ego, but by passion. Analysts like Ryan Campbell note that, with the right game plan, Manny could add another historic chapter to boxing much like George Foreman did in his later years.
Retirement to face 29-year-old Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship on July 19th in Las Vegas. That's according to an ESPN report. Pacquiao last fought in 2021 when he lost to Yordenis Ugas. Barrios won the WBC welterweight title from Ugas in 2023. His last fight was a split decision against Abel Ramos on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson undercard in November. Pacquiao career record 62-8-2 with 39 knockouts. Barrios 29-2-1. And for more, welcome to CBS Sports combat analyst Brian Campbell. Manny Pacquiao, the first and only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC, he's going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios. It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Veteran trainer Justin Fortune compares Pacquiao's career to that of Michael Jordan, noting the sustained excellence and commitment Manny has displayed. His discipline and dedication have kept him competitive long after most would fade, making age just a number in his case.
His age, yeah, I mean, you know, it's not, listen, he's 45, 46. Are you even doing 45, 46, but he's not. He's always acting. Guys always staying active. He's always doing something. Mostly playing basketball and some sort of sport. Retired. So no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beat Barrios, and he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Well, what they Diaz beat? I mean, different Diaz. You know, I like Diaz. He's fighting will fight.
Yeah, fight anyone.
He'll fight anybody. No, I just, you know, it's just, it's a fight, you know. It'd be, for him to win that at 45, 46, yeah, it's a big thing. But then, you know, he didn't take any damage. Foreman came back, won titles in his 40s. He's coming out the heavyweight, it's a bit different.
While many assumed Pacquiao had fully retired, it turns out he never truly stepped away. He's quietly stayed active through exhibition bouts and private matches, maintaining his reflexes and form. This behind-the-scenes effort proves his return wasn't impulsive. It's the result of continuous preparation and enduring passion.
A bite, an overhand right. Welcome to K9 Boxing. And it's yours truly, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, the oldest world champion in junior history. And Manny Pacquiao, look at step back in the ring, y'all, against Mario Barrios, July 19th. If I'm not mistaken, it's July 19th. I give Manny Pacquiao a good chance at winning. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, he's been inactive, he's old. Yeah, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience. And his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he did what? It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights. And they keep you off bold. You know, Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys. For his guys to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight. They hadn't fought in a minute just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp. So if they got in the ring, they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd be like seem like they just recently fought. You know, so it's a lot of stuff you can do to make yourself relevant, sharp, to have you right, ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dog, Kevin Kyrie and Tadell, you know, the Hawk, the dog, they fought to a draw.